All right, well, let's keep it moving on here. Last thing that we'll talk about here is dad hacks for getting in a dad nap.
This is my favorite.
Do you want to describe what a dad nap is, Blair, for that? Because it's different than a nap. It's different than a standard nap.
15 to 30 minutes.
And
That's a dad nap.
Why is that important?
Because I think if for me, if I go over that and I get woken up, I'm grouchy. Like I wake up getting got. Well, let me back up. This is during the week. I would say Monday through. I wouldn't even say Saturday because Sundays everybody's kind of like kids nap. Our kids nap on Sundays, but like during the week when you're tired, okay. And this is when you can't get away to actually schedule a nap. This is when your wife's in the other room and you're tired and you got to squeeze it in. That's my definition of a dad nap.
So that's right. You're absolutely. So dad naps are strategic. They're almost ninja-like. And if anybody knows that you're getting in a dad nap, I think you've failed.
Yes.
Because inevitably, if your wife sees you taking a nap, there's instant jealousy. Like, oh, well, you get to take a nap.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to take the day off too.
Yep.
It's kind of the reaction, even though that's never said.
No.
You know that they're thinking that. Even if they're not thinking that, that's what I think. And there's a guilt factor associated with it. Or there's the what you've got to watch out for is the instant I take a dad nap, some kid is going to jump on my man parts, right? Right off the couch.
Yeah.
Or you're going to get a head right in the junk.
Yeah.
Like that's going to happen. So it's kind of got to be in a quiet, secret place, and nobody knows that you can do that. So before we get into dad hacks, is there any like secret sauce or places or just like some of the best stories of a dad nap that you've had?
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I may go park in a parking lot and lay the seat back.
Yes, I thought I was the only one who did that.
No. Now, and set your alarm for like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah. Hey, honey, I'll go pick that up from the grocery store. Yeah. Hey, you should have seen the lines at Costco today. Like,
that's right.
Wow. Yeah. You roll up in there and just pull a spot in the parking lot and just kind of.
I just thought about this. Men typically will take longer on the toilet, right? And sometimes it takes longer. Sometimes it's just, I need a breather. I wonder if any dad out there has like dad napped while on the toilet.
That's interesting. Well, if you've done that, leave it in the comments.
Yeah, please do.
Interesting.
That'd be interesting to know.
Doesn't seem like it'd be too comfortable, but
it's a dad nap. It's secret ninja-like.
It is secret ninja-like. The parking lot. I thought I was the only one.
No.
That did that. No. Yeah, I will go into like the gas station parking lot and let's pull on the side. And
I've done that before. Yep.
I've always seen, and this was pre-dad, but you would see those, like you pull up and you'd see somebody asleep in their car, and usually I was like, well, that's somebody who's sleeping off a hangover, or they've had too much, or this guy just doesn't have it together. Now I'm learning that these were the smartest people alive.
Yes, agreed.
And I think it's just passed down. So,
yep.
So if you've done that, all right. So let's talk about dad naps around the house, specifically. There's the weekend dad nap, which I think there's more leniency on that one. It's like, well, not as much going on, but the week dad nap, because that's how are you getting those in the week? How are you sneaking that in at the house?
So I just try to slide it in when my kids are occupied, like with a book or a TV show or something like that, and we'll go upstairs and the wife. Her mom is downstairs doing something, or I just lay my head down. Hey, I'm gonna go sit upstairs with the kids for a little bit, and I'll watch. But then it gets okay. I'm watching Pokemon or whatever, and I get disinterested, and I'm like, oh, I could lay down. So I'll just kind of lay my head down until I hear my name called, and then as soon as it's so weird. Like at night, you can run a freight train through the house, and I will not wake up.
Yeah,
dad nap. I hear Blair, and it's like, boop, I'm up. Like what? I'm good. What do you need me to do? From downstairs.
And you play it off. Yeah. It's like a funny story. Like I was cutting grass, and I've got a little bitty hill right here, and I was cutting grass with the push mower, and I slipped and fell down. Right, but like instantly got back up. Never like strayed away from it, but like if anybody saw that, they're like, man, that guy's an athlete.
The athlete.
Because I was like, boom, slid down the hill and like just kept mowing and just like into the slide, stood back up. Like that's the dad nap.
Yeah.
That's like you get your eyes and it's like, Graham, you're like, yeah, man, I was doing this the whole time. Like, you play it off.
Yeah, play it off.
And I don't know that.
What do you need, honey? I can't tell all my secrets because I know my wife listens to this.
Yes.
So I'm not going to reveal anymore, but I get them in.
Yes, I think, well, there's different stages of life in the dad nap. So there's like early childhood, which you're kind of all over the board here because you've got one in the little rocker, right? And that's all you got, and you got in the rocker, and they're just your kids asleep.
Yeah,
that's easy to score a dad nap. But that's probably the most time that you need it because you're both tired. But
here's another
you're not
good
getting
one.
Sleep at night. There.
If you do have a newborn and you have multiple kids, hey, I'm going to hold the baby, and if it's nap time for him,
that score,
dude, you just hold the baby when he goes to sleep. You go to sleep.
That's solid gold. Please write that down and take
that notes because when he sleeps, you sleep, and you're like, I'm holding the baby. He fell asleep, and I just went with him.
So, and then we advanced to toddler stage where they're kind of mobile and they can crawl, but not yet walking. The easy dad nap trick was to encage them in like the little fence in front of the TV. So close them in, get the little child gate, throw everything in the middle, get them Cocoa Melon, and then.
Do you know they have those now?
Yeah, well, they've been around. It's not that. Anything
I just never knew.
Did you just discover that?
I just think I saw it on social media where they actually have like enclosures. I just did it with pillows.
A pillow fort. Well, that's probably the most economical way to get her done. We had all sorts of gates, so we would just put the gates in the middle.
Oh, okay.
Set the kids, and that was
fancy,
easy dad score now.
Yeah,
because hey, Blippi and Cocoa Melon, we may judge them, but that is the dad nap king.
Yeah,
and so now we progress to the iPad babysitter.
Yeah.
Which, in use, any parent out there that's going to sit here and write and scorn us for that, well, I really wonder what level of sleep, and you must be the greatest parent ever because in spurts, like that's the time to get it, especially if they're playing each other on a game. Yeah, I mean, you want to monitor it, but I think my dad hack for the dad nap at home is like the kids will. It's just how kids are these days. They will sit there and watch endless hours if I let them of like YouTube. Yeah, like people playing the game that they're playing.
Yeah,
and hopefully that's what you're doing now with our show. And I'll go in there and watch TV with them, and they enjoy that because they're like, Dad's taking an interest.
Yeah,
but in 2 seconds I'm out.
Yeah,
and then I'd like sink in between the couch cushions, and I'm enjoying the best nap ever. Yeah. But it always usually ends with somebody jumping on my nuts. Yeah, like that's where it always ends. Like that's hey, fathers, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do. Yeah, it's a. Is there any other like I'm a big fan of, unless the dad nap, but more, and this is a whole nother episode, but like dad time, right? So Saturday and Sunday it's like yard work, less Sunday, but if I hadn't gotten it in Saturdays, and it's this, you feel like the man of the house when you have tended your yard, you've got the stripes in it, you've edged it, you've weed-eated it, and it takes you a good 2 hours. Mm-hmm. You're sweaty, you come in, you have that ice-cold beverage, and your wife looks at you, and she's like, that's the man I married. Like, that's the man I married. It's almost like this like little, like you won the playoff game. Yeah. And she's like, you go take that nap.
That's exactly what she's saying. Exactly, Graham.
And you're like, and there's guilt-free, judge-free. I think that's the.
So is that how it works in your house?
Well, I mean, I think she wouldn't mind if I took the nap in itself, but it's like I've earned that.
Oh, okay.
And now it's like you go do what you need to, big guy.
Yeah. That's not what happens in mine.
Yeah, well.
It's okay. I love my wife. She loves me, but it's like, hey, I think I maybe earn a little bit of time to sit down, but while I sit down, guess what I'm doing? Folding clothes.
Yeah.
That's if you're gonna sit and hang out and watch TV, we're gonna fold some clothes. But I enjoy that. Yeah. I actually take that upon myself because that is time to sit down, which it's mindless.
And that's a huge win. Like take that as a note. I've started doing that too.
Yeah. Yes, dad. Kudos to you. Wait, let me throw that out there. Hey, how to get maybe not a dad nap, but dad time. And if you want to sit down and still be productive and help your wife, but you want to watch the Ryder Cup, or you want to watch. Speaking of, Ryder Cup's coming up this week. If you want to watch golf or football or anything like that, just get clothes and sit there and fold clothes while you're watching football. dad hat.
Dad hat.
Because you're being productive and you're helping out mom, but you get to do what you want to do.
And I also think, too, that if folding clothes is like a level 1 achievement, if you put the clothes away beyond your own, like the kids' clothes, that's like level 5.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That
earns you a dad nap.
Or some brown chicken, brown cow.
That's right.
All right, well, we have labored on, but we hope you've enjoyed this conversation.
Please,
We've covered a lot today. Would love to hear your thoughts. Would love to hear your comments. Please let us know if you have any hacks, if you have any tips, tricks, any funny stories, drop them in there.
Yeah, don't forget to hit that subscribe button too, guys.
Multiple times.
Absolutely.
With all your friends.
We out.
We are out, buddy.
We are out.
Always a pleasure.
Season 3.
See you guys. Out.